Hello, you're watching the Battle of the Behemoths. For years, the SE Hungless has been the standard by which all other woods chopping tools have been judged. And regardless of what this knife was compared to, regardless of size, price, grind thickness, or anything else, the SE Hungless has always performed admirably, if not superior. Now, while that's all great, there has never been any kind of standardized comparison or standardized way to really quantify what that means until today. Using the table of destruction and a streamlined and very fair system, we will compare the SE Hungless to the Mineral Mountain Hatchet Works Bullnoser, the Ontario Knife Company SP53, and our wild card, the Double Star Blades Fury Crachetti. This is going to be fun. Let's get right to it. If you're looking for more information on these knives, their specs, or their prices, go ahead and look at the link above at the introduction video, which will also explain exactly how we are going to do this comparison. Now, as I'll explain in the first video, this wild card, the Fury Crachetti, is a little bit different than these other knives, but what better knives could we choose for it to go head to head up against? So let's get to killing some 2x4s. Wow, 13 hits with the Hungless. I guess that didn't record. That's absolutely depressing. All right. All right, I'm starting the fifth and final round of chopping right now. And I'm gonna do things a little bit differently this round. This round, I'm not going to use a glove. But because of that, I'm going to change up the order from what I was going to do. We're going to start with the Hungless, then the Mineral Mountain Hatchet Works Bullnoser, then the SP53, and then the Double Star Blades Fury. And the reason is, I believe that the SP53 and the Fury excuse me, were intended to be used with gloves, so it wouldn't be fair to use them first, beat my hand up, and then use the other two blades. But the reason that I'm doing this is so that I can give you that information, give you my opinion on the handles without gloves. So, and if I do it this way, I'm going to be able to, you know, go full strength, full chop with these blades, regardless of how beat up my hand is. Now, after I get done with this round, that might not be the case, so I'll be taking a break from chopping for a little while. Well, I just filmed this whole outro and the camera wasn't on. I guess I've done that a few times in this video. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to you about the results really quick, and we're not going to go in depth on the performance. That will be in the next video, which eventually should be linked up here once the video's up, because this video is already more than long enough. Real quick, the Double Star Blades Fury took an average of 11.33 chops. The Ontario SP53 took 13.6 chops. The Mineral Mountain Hatchet Works Bullnoser took 9 chops. And the SE Hungless took 16 chops. Now, if you're not familiar how I get these averages, the picture will be up on the screen right now. As I remove for each knife the highest number of chops and the lowest number of chops, and I average the remaining 3 rounds for each blade. So that's how we get to this number. Real quick, I am going to talk about 2 knives. The Double Star Blades chopping performance was uncomparable to these other knives. I did have a hard 2x4 with it, and in the last round, as you saw, I went without gloves. That was a mistake with this knife because I believe this knife is made to be used with gloves, and the performance would have came out differently if I had used gloves for it. Whereas the other 3 I could use without gloves with relative comfort. And again, we're going to talk about comfort in the next video. So I do believe that the numbers on the chopping performance of this blade would have been more accurate, or could have been more accurate. And I'm telling you, with the knife in hand, there's no comparison. But there shouldn't be any comparison. This knife is considerably longer and is a bit heavier. And also, the other thing I'm going to talk about really quick is the SE Hungless. The 3 number of chops that got averaged were 16, 16, and 16. The lowest number of chops were 13 and the highest were 18. This was the most consistent blade by far. And that says a lot about the design, because when you have numbers that are all over the place, in my experience, it means that you have small variables that are making consistency more difficult to obtain. And those variables are going to be hard to show on paper, but your hand knows them very well. So I will talk more in depth in the next video once again. And real quick, I am going to put the stats here once again. The Double Star Blades, 11.33 chops. The Ontario Knife Company SP53, 13.6 chops. the Mineral Mountain Hatchet Works Bullnoser, 9 chops, and the SE Hungless, 16 chops. Please subscribe. Please tune in for the next video where I explain the performance of these blades. I think that's going to be very valuable. I'm going to say before we go that you need to check out each one of these knives if you're looking for a large chopper, depending on what you're using it for, and check out each of these companies. SE, Mineral Mountain Hatchet Works, Ontario Knife Company, and Double Star Blades are all phenomenal. They all do a lot of great stuff. And that's hard to say, sadly, in today's industry, where we have a lot of manufacturers and custom makers and small shops that simply don't do great stuff. So, also, please support this channel. I'm not getting paid from any of these companies. I'm not getting paid from YouTube. I do not accept payment from companies, and therefore I have to find other ways to have enough money to make the time to do these kinds of videos, and they take a lot of time. I have Beach and Tactical. I hand make mostly rifle slings, but also baldric slings and survival gear. So please check me out at beachandtactical.com. They'll be in the description box below. Also Patreon. Patrons make this all possible. They believe in what I do. You can pay $1 a month if you want to, and it will help. And I guarantee you, I will never change the content of my videos because I'm worried what a manufacturer will think or a patron will think. You'll get honesty, and even if you don't like everything that I say, honesty is a hard thing to find. And also, I do have an Amazon store. Christmas is coming. I got a lot of cool stuff on there. I do suggest that you check that out. So please, those are in the description box below. Consider checking out ways to support this channel, and you don't even have to do anything for me. If you just shop at my Amazon store, I'm going to get you the best prices, and Amazon's going to throw me a minuscule kickback, and it'll help. And I had one more thing to say. Oh, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs down. It helps my analytics. Please share it. And again, check all these companies out. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you in the comments section below, and I hope that you have a blessed day.